Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Final Fantasy Renaissance. Functionally, one of the first FF games we've covered. Yes, I know we've covered Mystic Quest and we covered 16, but like, if you think about that, not that FF16 isn't a mainline, we've been over that, Rose. No, like, that's such a weird outlier of coverage, isn't it? Like, we've covered Mystic Quest and FF16 and Stranger of Paradise, if you count that, and 14. But that's just making the point even more. It's just this continued weird outlier of games that we've covered that happen to have Final Fantasy in the name. So to continue that trend, rather than covering anything like FF1 or 13 or, I don't know, anything else whatsoever, let's cover FF Renaissance. But first, I do want to say shoutouts and thank you to Vigilant, Vancini, Johnny, Crofty888, Wraith X64, Scales of Justice, Noctis X Sol, King Venom Mui, Reggie Brock, Renegade Devi, Permius, Nero's Ass, I haven't heard from Permius in a while, I hope he's okay, Terrorsmith, Tormacris, Ben Smack, Glorious Barbarian, Cookie Dude 420, 040 I2, Carbon Cry, Gay Porg, Trika, Mascuman, Paladin MJ, Sintar, Ocean Gaming 94, Steppenwolf 91, World's Best Pants, Techno's World 3, Hardboiled, Indiana Joe 24, Zach _ WBR, Mr. Botland, Reptiles Blade, Canada Bangs, Venters 616, Dream Whisperer, our majority shareholder, which is Keone, and the person who put this game on the list, me. I also find it funny that Blade Tavol isn't on this list at all. Something about that is actually amusing to me. So, this is similar to our earlier entry with Zelda 2 and Castlevania. In other words, this is a totally new game. This is a whole new game built from the ground up, and it's the remix thing, right? You stare at the game, you stare at the artist, and you make your own game based on it, rather than a ROM hack like we had with Metroid Plus Saving. I mean, obviously it's done in Unity. You just saw it there. Unity actually has a weirdly robust 2D support system and infrastructure for it, which is really frustrating because it's freaking Unity. And yes, sorry, Ross, I would sit on 2 if 1 got funded first, for obvious reasons. The world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops, the sea is wild, and the earth begins to rot. The people wait, their only hope a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 young warriors arrive, each holding an orb. So we just went all the way through Stranger of Paradise there. Whoa! Okay, that's a little fast. I'm assuming we want Renaissance mode. What the hell is... So that says the original game enhanced with bug fixes. And trust me, FF1 has loads of bugs. I'm guessing we want Renaissance mode. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so we got Warrior, Thief, Monk, Red Mage, White Mage, Black Mage, Blue Mage, Dancer, Geomancer, Lancer, Trainer, Evoker, Time Mage, Green Mage, Bard, Dark Knight, Spellblade, Archer, and Warrior. So I'm thinking all thieves, right? Okay, so let's actually read these. My goodness. Do I want message speed high or low? Because I'm already there. Never remember, because it's always whatever I think it is at the time. Yeah, no, the original didn't have all these classes. That's the point. The original had 6 classes, actually, which I know, and this is the dumbest possible way to remember this. Because I did a rewrite of Final Fantasy 1, in which I made 1 main character for each of the classes. There are 6 main characters. Okay, so, Warrior, sturdy tank with heavy damage dealer who can use the best weapons and armor. Notable talents, boosting attacks, and intimidating townspeople. Okay. Real quick, just because, in the original, the fighter was one of the most basic classes. In fact, it had actually nothing going for it, except it had the unique capability of equipping everything. So, it was the gear class. Now, that meant it could and would be the strongest member of your party at any given point in time. This is a little loud. I turn this down? Yeah, exactly. Everything gets expensive. There we go. Just turn that down. I'll turn it back up later, but like on this screen, let's just turn that down. You know, actually, I have a better idea. Let's just turn that off completely. Don't worry. I have a plan. Because we're going to be on the screen for a minute. So yeah, the gear. The gear was what it was. So the gear would keep you relevant, but the gear got expensive fast. And the really good gear, the gear in the dungeons, there's usually only one of those. So that was your detriment. That's why it was actually relatively well designed, all things considered, for an NES game. Because it meant you really only wanted one warrior. You wanted one fighter. Because that one fighter would use all the gear, and then the other guys would do everything else. And let me tell you, he would carry a little bit. So... Thief. Okay, pause. In the original, the Thief was trash. At least part of that is because of bugs. Because the Thief's main gimmick in the original was supposed to be the fact that he was faster. Actually, yes, it is, Ross. It's very grind-heavy, which is probably why people like it, is because it's relatively low difficulty. By contrast, for white mages, is a lot more skill-heavy. For black mages, is actually brutal, by the way. I wouldn't recommend that. Anyways, also true, Blade Javel. So Thief, first of all, was broken. The Thief's main gimmick in the original was supposed to be they were faster at running. But that didn't work, thanks to a bug. So I had to say hi to Eleazar instead of continuing to explain the Thief. Hi, Eleazar. That left the Thief with nothing. The Steel Command wasn't something they'd even figured something out yet. So the Thief had limited equipment, because they wanted a fighter, had no spells until they get some black mage spells at the end of the game. And that's it. There's nothing there. So in this, a mediocre fighter who steals gold and finds hidden treasures. Notable talents: acquiring gold, finding treasure, running fast. So what I'm pulling from this is that a thief might be a good companion for the fighter, because the fighter's going to be expensive. One fighter to use, one thief to find. Okay. Monk. Now, back in the original, the monk was the so-called easy one. If you want an easy time playing FF1, make a party of 4 monks. You will steamroll everything effortlessly. The reason why is because even though a monk is actually a worse fighter, almost all of their stat-ups come just from leveling. So their power progression curve is a linear line. More level, more power. That's it. They didn't need equipment, they didn't need spells, they didn't need anything. They just needed experience. So monk was the carry-all. The monk was the always reliable. So 4 monks will never fall behind, because 4 monks can just handle everything. And this is a powerful damage dealer capable of hitting many times in a row. Notable talents are combo attacking and limited healing. Red Mage. In the original, Red Mages sucked, is the simplest way I can put that. They were, like so many other Red Mages in video game history, not very well designed. A Red Mage was a worse fighter, a worse black mage, and a worse white mage. Now, you could bring a red mage instead of a black mage or a white mage, or you could bring a red mage instead of a monk. But generally speaking, it wasn't a great thing. It wasn't a great class to bring. It was more expensive than any of the previous classes, and is worse than everything they can do at all of them. The only benefit of the red mage is it can be a worse fighter who can heal, or a worse fighter who can cast damaging spells or whatever. And this, a true jack of all trades, able to use most weapons and armor as well as black and white magic. Notable talents: enfeebling enemies. We'll see what that is at some point, or I could just have Blade Javel tell me right now, because that actually might be worth it. And yeah, it's worth noting that the way they made Red Mage work in FF14 was by making it a caster who happened to have some melee abilities. That's not a dig. Red Mage is actually awesome and one of the best classes in FF14. But that's how they made it work. They didn't try to do the hybrid thing at all. They just abandoned that concept. So what is that? Gosh, that's way too many subscriptions. That's what that is. Holy schmoly. Thank you, Orchid, or should I say Orchid? I'm not sure how you want me to pronounce, but either way, I am appreciative. Thank you very, very much. I don't remember Red Mage and FFTA. I know that you've mentioned that before, but I don't remember the specifics right now. Yeah, the other best use of Red Mage is in FF5, where you level the Red Mage to get Dual Spell, which is amazing, and then you use that on someone else. Very strange, Orchid, but I absolutely can do that. Radiant Historia, Oblivion R, and FF13. Done. Thank you again very much for your support. Appreciate you. I appreciate it. We are always cool with the lurkers, but I'm always appreciative of support. Thank you. I'll put it towards buying Christmas presents. Oh, that makes sense, Dakota. Although, yeah, that is a bit... Wait, this isn't the prelude. This is the other prelude. There we go. True, Pillars of Snow. Anyway, so... apparently there's debuffs in this version, so that might be worth looking at. We have to decide... I just realized we have to decide which 4 jobs we use. White Mage! So in the original, a White Mage is actually exactly what you'd expect. It is a weak little healer, which gets very little equipment and can use healing magic, and that's kind of it. There were a couple of asterisks that made White Mage interesting in the original, but for the most part, it's the healer. Standard healer uses white magic, specializes in healing spells, healing allies, and killing undead. That was the other thing, because some stuff was legally considered undead. Fighter, thief, black mage, white mage. It is funny that the default is like one of, I don't want to say the worst setups. But if you do the default in FF1, you are playing a 3-man party. Let's just be honest about that. Black mage. Ooh, neck. Oh, offensive magic powerhouse, specializing in black magic. It's bonus accuracy to elemental damage magic. Also party intelligence boost. Very nice. Black mage was once again obvious in the original. Here's the weird thing. Because of FF1's spell design, the original FF1 spell design, black mages weren't actually better damagers than, say, fighters, or monks for that matter. With 2 notable exceptions. The first is the really good spells, the stuff you get at the end of the game, which will just delete enemies. The second thing is that black mages were your source of AoE. They were the things that just kind of... And FF1 loved to throw 4 or 6 or 9 enemy encounter... enemies encounters at you. So having a black mage to just kind of... was extremely useful. Blue mage! Hey, so now the new stuff. An adept fighter, who learns enemy skills as blue magic spells. Notable talents, learning, using monster abilities, and the skill lure. What the heck is the skill lure? Dancer, learns dance magic from characters in towns, takes time to build power. Buffs allies and harms enemies. Geomancer, a weak attacker that calls upon nature to aid the party wherever it goes. Has terrain magic, which avoids environmental damage. Lancer, this is Rax, a powerful damage dealer who specializes in attacks that ignore defense but are slow to execute. Notable attacks, jump. Trainer, speaking of Beastmasters, a mediocre combatant on his own, however controls monsters to fight for the party, controlling monsters and axe proficiency. Evoker. Traverses the astral plane to acquire the aid of powerful beings to be evoked in battle, aka a summoner. Time Mage. A spellcaster who specializes in time-based magic and other abilities. Can teleport, float, and restart a battle. So in FF5, time magic was pretty much the domain of buffs and debuffs. I don't know what it is here. Green Mage. What the hell's a Green Mage? Usually Green Mage was the summoner. A spellcaster who specializes in protective white magic. Notable talents, poison resistance and magical damage inflection. How does inflection apply in that sentence? And yes, I remember 12, which had tried to vary up the colors a bit, and then they never did that before or after. As I say, that probably means reflection? That's what I thought that read, and then I caught myself when I was rereading it. Bard, a support class whose claim to fame is their prowess in the art of song. Or infliction, I can see that. Silence resistance, uses harps, and hides from combat. Okay, this is just some FF4 bam here. I'm just... Dark Knight. A damage dealer with limited magic who draws strength from the darkness. His parents were murdered when he was but a child, and now he uses that to destroy his enemies. Resist blind, bloody weapon, and darkness accuracy boost. Hi, Space Cadet. Spellblade. One of the coolest ideas for a class, which is very rarely executed properly in a game. For perspective, in WoW, the Spellblade is the subtlety rogue. Now, it's a great spec. It really is. But, like, you wouldn't think that, right? It's not advertised well. In FF14, this is arguably the Red Mage. Or the Paladin. A sword wielder who specializes in elemental and enemy affinity weapons. Weapon enhancement magic and bladecraft. Archer. A hunter who specializes in ranged attacks using bows and arrows. Notable talents, crafting magical arrows, poaching, and trap detection. And then that's it. Oh, geez. Okay, what the hell do we make? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18 classes. And we get 4 of those. We could roll. That's very close to a D20. And I do have these brand new dice I've been taking every possible opportunity to show off. Oh my god, I've accidentally gone down to this screen. And I'm accidentally showing off. Oh, it's not going to show up. It's not going to show up. Blade I'll pick one class. I want you to pick one. I know it's hard to see, but it is so prismatic. That's why I'm rotating it slowly. These dice are so cool. It's polished quartz, and you can't tell, but it's... How do I explain this? It was a Christmas gift. This doesn't come out to a point at the edge here. You know, the D4 might be the best way to explain this. So that's not a point at the end. You can kind of see right here. I'll put it up against my black shirt. Do you see how that's not a point? It comes in, and then they carve it again for a different angle. Do you see that? Do you see that? They're all like that. All of the points have an extra facet, I think is the word, on them. And yeah, that increases the shine. And I noticed that first on the D10s, because I love D10s in general, and I was like, wait. And then I noticed it was on the D20s, and I'm like, wait. And yeah, it's on all of them. Anyways. So my webcam's being weird for some reason. Let's fix that. There we go. Anyways. Leitval still hasn't said anything. No! Oh, wait, hang on. I suggest building parties of 4 different ones to fight through Garland to get a feel for each, and then choosing a real party to go there. Right! You actually did suggest that at one point in time. The problem is that's going to leave us with 2 spares. So why don't we not do... I know this is going to sound strange. White Mage and Black Mage. So let's do everything but White Mage and Black Mage. So, Warrior. This is going to be... We're just testing here. Warrior Thief. And then, say, Blue Mage. Nope, hang on. And then a Dancer. I'm sure there's some synergies I'm just completely missing out on here, but whatever. That's actually a good question. Remember the next time around, I'll test the character limit. Okay. Into town. Say hi to people. Hey, what's up? You could... Oh my god, that's awful. Please tell me there's options. Please tell me there's options. Oh my god. No, please. There's no options. Okay. So I don't know if you see that. Do you see that? If you do, it'd be really obvious. I don't need to point it out. It's super duper obvious. I can see it right now. Anybody? It is a massive screen tear. It looks a lot like V-syncing. Like it needs to be V-synced. That is huge. I have not seen that kind of screen tearing in a long time. Now the good news is this is a Unity game, so I might be able to brute force that. I am glad you don't see it. That means it probably is VSync. And it's just on my monitor, because, oh, God. I am a little disappointed in the lack of options in general, but whatever, I'll let that go. Once again, the lore walker's just putting people to shame here. Let's see. Someone want this. By the way, this is from FS7R1. Whoever asked, I think it was Pillage of Snow. Did they not have... There used to be a really simple INI I could edit here, but it looks like there actually isn't. No, Spartan. I have not. I mean, fair, late of all. Low bar, but fair. I'm gonna have to brute force this, aren't I? That's actually kind of irritating. Alright, whatever. I can do that. I'm familiar with it, Spartan. They made several of them. They got really stupid as they went on. This specific song comes from Final Fantasy XIII. Yeah, that's probably why it sounds like 10. I don't know why this is taking so long. Okay, here we go. Apply, please. Please tell me that fixed it. Nope, that didn't fix it all. Do I need to restart? Real question. I usually don't brute force V-syncing, because, like, I usually don't have to brute force V-syncing. So why is the cursor so fast? We can't turn the music down. Well, it's not working, so whatever. Let's just do it anyways, just really quick. Just in case. Just in case. Yeah, FF13 is a game I'm looking forward to reviewing someday, because I remember it very badly. And I have received pushback against that, and if I have a very simple rule. If I can't defend an opinion, then I don't actually have it. So I've actually mentioned this to Rax in particular. I've mentally shelved FF13 and refused to make an opinion on it until I actually cover that for review. I will be very curious to see how it handles when we get there. I'm not re-reviewing FF15. I don't think it's worth the time. I know that sounds insulting, and that's because it is. Speaking as someone who has defended FF15, speaking as someone who even enjoyed fairly large parts of FF15, it is not worth the time. Like, we know what FF15 is. And that I've covered it very thoroughly. I've actually streamed it twice, by the way. Just to be very clear about that. I did a very thorough lore run of FF15 I'm actually quite proud of. You want to see me cover FF15? I did it. Okay, it is actually fixed. Thank you, God. That was gonna be awful. Oh, that was gonna be so awful. Okay, so here, let's get the in-game music going again. Some townspeople react differently depending on who they are talking to. Try changing your display character and talking to people several times on their secrets. Nothing here. So R appears to be your overworld interactions. Which in this case is shoving people out of the way as the warrior. Stealing as the thief. I don't know what and I don't know what. No way, you're a dancer like me? Do you know this one? Drain Samba. But yes, we now have a to get people out of the way for that. That's a lot of achievements. That is a lot of achievements. Okay. Oh, yep, there are 3 here. Oh my god, the thief moves faster too, do you see that? It's FF5. The king is sure that someday the Light Warriors will come to save the princess, just as in Lucan's prophecy. Please save the princess. No. Lucan left this town to join his colleagues at Crescent Lake. I hear they've got an airship. So we got a tent already. We can save our game now. Now everyone pile onto the canoe. There's the gold. Let's see, where's the last treasure going to be? I'm thinking here. Nope. Pile a buyout. I do like how I figured the first two out. You dig something hidden very close by. Really? That's a thing. Let's try over here, where this guy is about to be body blocked. So that says somewhere in the general area. I feel like that's farther away. So this says nothing. This also says nothing. So maybe I'm wrong? That says very. So turn that down a little bit. There we go. So that says somewhere in the general area. And that's very close by. So yeah, it has to be over here somewhere. And that's general area. It's got to be like... Oh, can I get behind the thing? Nope. There we go. Item get. Okay, so free items in zones. That's actually good to know. Blue Mage does nothing, of course. Dancer learns from NPCs. Thief moves faster, so that's already awesome. What do we got? Why does it move so fast? Okay, so... Hang on. I have no idea, Spartan. This is a Unity game. You could probably play this on a watch. That's not what I want. I want this button. Hey, there we go. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's not a ROM. It's a Unity program. Okay. Okay. As with the original, we have nothing in terms of gear. Actually, I've talked about this before. Any single target monster skills used against the party during the next round of combat will instead be directed at this character. Always activates at the start of the next round of combat. Can learn monster skills as magic spells. Characters must be targeted by the skill and must survive to the end of combat. In most cases, chance to learn increases with character level. Some townspeople offer monster pet battles to learn skills. Yeah, blue cover, by the way. That's a nice thing. Mug. Average melee attack that also steals 50 to 100% of available gold from the target. It deals 20% less damage than a normal attack and cannot crit. That's the search thing. Yeah. Fast walk. Yeah, that's exactly what that sounds like. Warcry increases attack power of all party members by 50% for the next 2 rounds of combat. Shout. Huh! So yeah, combat is exactly what it sounds like. Limits can only be used in battle and must be recharged by resting at an inn. Ooh, okay. Limits are only available after completing a certain quest. World abilities can only be used outside of battle, and traits are passives. Learns new dances from dancers around the world. Dances appear under a magic menu but do not count as spells and have a variable success rate. Executing a dance lowers the success rate of subsequent dances. Increases the success rate of dance moves with every successful melee attack against an enemy. Success rate in excess of 100% increases the accuracy and potency of dance effect. Bravery is reduced if blind. Oh my god. Says the Drain Samba. That's our level 1 spell. Attacks a single foe for strong damage and drain a portion of HP to heal yourself. Ineffective against undead or mechanical. Okay. I don't think we can actually buy any spells for this party, but let's at least glance at it. Yeah, I figured. And just to be thorough. Ah, that's so. Okay. Oh, you haven't tried this yet, Rex. So let's get damage. Obvs. Let's just get 3 of those. Listen, I've heard you have a backlog. I did notice the 1 of 1. I wasn't sure what it meant for, obviously, obvious reasons. She can equip a dagger. Let's give her a dagger. I need to rebind that. Remind me to rebind that. Also, Blade Tavol, is there a way to fix the wonkiness of the menuing, or is that just something I'm going to have to learn to live with? Gotcha. So, can we afford that? Where's my money? Okay, we can afford that. Got it, so we're just gonna live with it. If you ever see me accidentally go down like 2 spaces, or accidentally pull in or out of a menu, that's why. It's because the controls are kind of wonky. And then a wood for 2. And finally a cloth for her. I hope not Zach Taft. Alright, let's do it. Combat time. Oh, he's faster in the overworld, too. Nice. Thief has just become mandatory in my final party. So we're going to test the obvious thing first. Okay. So I was almost positive that the menu option actually had an option for rollover targeting, which it does. And I was pretty sure this is what it meant, and it does. So that negative is just gone. And let me tell you, the original will get that negative. As will 2. I suppose the obvious answer, Blade Tavol, is anything that I wouldn't catch on my own, right? So let's see. Oh god. So let's do this. Put a bunch of question marks there. Sure, I will mug you. I mean, yeah, brain havery is almost always going to be my suggestion on that kind of thing. God damn it, come on. Oh, that frickin' menuing. I do have to do one thing. Hang on. So let's go to controls. Let's go to gamepad. Okay. There's my menu. And then there's the swap. Okay, we're good, we're good. I have not learned any blue magic yet that I saw. Come on, magic! Easy way to tell. Let's just scooch around for a bit. What does drink do? Oh, items. Right, yes. Look at me. Let's have her dance, too. Oh, right. It's under magic for her. Yes, look at me. Yes. Hey, Morganite. Keep mugging people. God, 01 up there is just going way too fast. But we are stealing some gold, so I'll take it. I might turn the speed down from 8, maybe down to like 7. Make it a little easier to catch. So apparently there's a blue spell I could learn in... Oh, which would make sense. Don't forget, if you leave your game, come back soon. Don't forget what? Don't forget what? He didn't say. I'm a traveler and a collector of rare monsters. Care to go a few rounds with my Cerberus? You just might learn something. No, wait, why did that default to no? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay, it's okay, I did literally just save. He's ignoring me. He's like, no, no. Yeah, no kidding, Ross. I just... We did it! We got 1 experience and 1 gold. 3 needs more data. We're that. Are we all dead? Yeah, we're all dead. How much does it cost to res? 80 gold. No, let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Let's just... Let's just... Don't forget, if you leave your game, comma... So, okay, not the most impressed with Blue Mage, but I bet you money that the way Blue Mage works is the same way it works in basically every FF that has Blue Mages. It sucks until you get it set up, right? I'm sure Blue Mage is super awesome later on down the line, but eh... Thief I already like. I'm the only class I'm actually kind of sold on so far, amusingly enough, is freaking Thief. I said in the games where Blue Mage is actually worth a damn, Roz. Which, for the record, would be, let's see, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, I think I'd stop there. Yeah, exactly, Dream Whisperer. And 11. And 14. I just stole gold from that spider. It is different in 14. It is kind of its own mini-game kind of a thing. Alright, Garland. Where's Random when I need him? Random! Random! I need you to voice act. For those of you not aware, Random voiced Garland in the Final Fantasy rewrite and did a really good job of him. Which is funny because now Random has at this point in time voiced Kuja and Garland for me. No one touches my princess. Light warriors! You impertinent fools. I, Garland, will knock you all down. Okay, so. We're actually going to use Warcry. And that's it. Because we don't actually have a lot. Let's bug him while we're here. And drain him. Limp Bizkit starts playing. Okay. So, a round of just attacking. Attack boost wore off. Attack boost wore off. I mean, Blue Mage does look like a decent enough equipment. So this was true in FF5 as well. A lot of people think of Blue Mage as a caster, which I know sounds obvious, but actually a Blue Mage could equip most of the same stuff that a Knight could, including some of the best weapons and armor. So I might change my mind. I'll put it into the maybe pile, I think. Because Blue Mage being functionally just a melee who will eventually get good is not exactly the worst class I could bring. So far I've got... I should be like writing this down. So I've got Thief. Hang on, let's jot this down. So we've got... Put a maybe down that. Yes, one of the biggest problems FF5 has is it is a game that absolutely benefits from either having a walkthrough or knowing what you're doing. I would actually go so far as to say that is the biggest problem with FF5. That's what I was thinking, Rax. Especially for review purposes. Get out of my way. So you are the Light Warriors! Thank you. Okay, so, and then we have the answer. There's a hidden item here. Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, I ordered a bridge build. That's our reward. A bridge. And the loot, technically. I found gloves! Hell yeah. Quina was awesome. So Quina's a weird one, because Quina, we'll talk about this when we review FF9. The blue magics that Quina gets access to are useful. Learning those blue magics is absolutely terrible. It might be the worst method of learning blue magic in any FF. I don't think it's named after me. In fact, I don't even think there's a bridge. In fact, I only see 3 people on that. Oh my god. And back we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and soft reset. Oh, that's interesting. That's not what I expected to happen. Okay, so new game. Let's turn this down. Alright, so new game. Renaissance mode. Okay, so let's try a Geomancer. Just do this real quick. Lancer. Oh, dude, Quina is the method of killing Grand Dragons. I mean, straight up. Who did I just pick? Lancer. We're gonna call the Lancer Rax. Obviously, it'll make it easier to keep track of them. Let's bring a monk. We want to bring at least one of the originals. And then... Actually, let's bring a red mage. I'm going to see what a red mage can do. Also, I like how you could just not bring another party. You could just bring 3 party members if you want to. And this will be Mr. Red. Top 5? Well, I haven't reviewed them, Spartan. Yeah, exactly, Rex. Exactly. As a reminder, I know someone, well, no, I've never worked with her, but GamerChamp has done a solo FF1 White Mage challenge. It is exactly as awful as it sounds. I don't recommend it. It is considered one of the easier solo challenges because there's such a thing as a solo thief challenge in FF1. Yes, really. It's terrible. It's so terrible. So my top 5s. So if you ask for a gut vibe answer, I'm not going to give you a review answer because I haven't reviewed them. But if you ask me for vibes, in no particular order, 6, 5, 4, 7, 9. I'm trying to think if anybody would talk to me differently if I'm any of these classes. Like, none of them... Like, that's an obvious answer. That's an obvious blue mage. Out of the way. Out of the way. I don't have a fighter in my party. At least we look cool in the overworld. That's useful. By the way, you ever want to know how much Blade Tavol and I disagree on things? Blade Tavol can't stand 5 or 9. 2 of my personal favorites. Okay, so let's buy some magic. For Mr. Red. So increases one ally's absorb. Increases evade. So evade's actually really useful in FF1. Like, really useful in FF1. It's pretty much how a lot of solo challenges work. Because, for White Mage, I should say. Sorry, I don't know why I said solo challenge. It's how several challenges work in this game. Because once you cast like 2 evades, your evasion goes up to ludicrous numbers, and the enemy has a really hard time hitting you at all. I have heard a lot of people argue the validity of Cure. Because Cure essentially saves you a little bit of money on potions, but that's actually it. And there's other ways of getting around that, so it could be argued that the Cure spell is actually not all that useful in FF1 compared to the other stuff you can get. Actually, yes, Blade Tavol, exactly. So I will actually go ahead and go with my horrible, horrible knowledge. Wait, did I read that correctly? Why couldn't I learn that? Oh, he literally can't learn ruse. Huh. So reduce one foe's evade. Sleep on all foes. 20 fire element to 1 damage to 1 foe. 20 lightning to 1 foe. Honestly, we'll get the evade. And then we'll just make him a fighter for now. Because, yeah, he's the only one who can use the best weapon we have access to. I notice our weapon loadout is a little bit different because we have the Lancer in the party. Go ahead and give that to Mr. Red. Get the spear for Rax. Get a tip from Blue Dragon EXE, because Blue Dragon EXE is awesome. Well, yeah, it's 1 more damage and 1 more crit percent. By the way, fun fact, those stats are actually in the original. Just absolutely nothing shows them. So you can actually get really specific with your build and your setup in FF1 because there's ways to use weapons in, shall we say, non-standard methods in FF1. Good luck knowing that, though, because nothing in the game indicates what your equipment can do. I'm pretty sure achievements are, like, account-based or whatever. Yeah, like, right there. We have Adventure Begins already, see? And, you know, all the stuff we got last time, like Fusroda, too. Fashionista? Experimentalist? Hmm. Can we see what these are? Oh, we can. So, like, what is this? Equip 4 different armor types. Equip 10 different weapon types. Exploit an enemy's elemental weakness using a weapon spell. Defeat 3 or more enemies with a single combo. Complete the bestiary. Mystic Quest. Obtain all treasures locked by the Mystic Key. Haha. Beat the game with a warrior paladin in your party. Dark Knight turns into Death Knight. What? Anyways, thank you very, very much, Blue Dragon EXE, as always. In the original FF1, Spartan, almost not the same at all. Like, there's no comparison point, if that makes any sense. Dragon Warrior 1, Dragon Quest 1. Oh, it's actually kind of hard to describe without getting into the code thing. There's no party. There's no random encounters in the strictest sense of the word. The way it does damage cycling is different. The way it does interactions with NPCs in the world is different. The way it approaches its zone loading is different. The way it does rendering different. Yeah, it's like comparing Warcraft 1 to Command & Conquer 1. They're both RTSs, but they're totally different animals. So this is going towards Dual Hearts, Mega Man, Battle Network, and Dealer's Choice. Thank you. Thank you, Blue Dragon Nancy. Appreciate you. At the moment, it looks like I'll be putting that towards dinner tonight, because I've just been informed I'm on my own tonight. Let's see, what should I eat? I should eat Mr. Red's beef. That's not even a sex joke. Also, beef isn't really analogous with that, so that doesn't work either way. Sorry, 1 second. I'm actually checking something super quick here. That's what I thought. Okay. That's a good question. What does Mr. Red? Mr. Red, why do you got beef with me? What'd we do? What'd I do? Mr. Red just hates. He has a heart filled with beefy hatred. Okay, so hang on, what's our kit here? We've got a Geomancer, a Lancer, a Monk, that's what we're trying now. So if you want to get into IT as like a personal thing or as a hobby thing, I absolutely recommend it, Spartan. We live in a very technological society, and this is a good time to be learning how the world around you works. If you want to get into that professionally, as a job, this might be one of the worst times in human history to do so. In fact, I think it does qualify as the worst time to do that. That's not a joke, by the way. The other time would be right around the late 90s and early aughts, which is when the bust happened. The .com bubble, as people like to refer to that. Yeah, this is not a great time to be jumping into that professionally. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that. For... Wait, no! Whatever. Give that to Mr. Red. Trade that to Rax. There we go. Yeah, obviously I wasn't counting before IT existed. Yeah, accounting? Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get the wooden armor for Monk over there. And cloth armor for Mr. Geo. Aw, I don't get to see Mr. Red's beef. I am now sad. That's true. I am absolutely forcing you against your will. So, like... Skills. Combat skill... Okay, so... Casts one spell at random from a list of spells available for the current terrain. So pretty typical Geomancer stuff. Ignores magic spell usage limits. Chance to restore spell charges. Skilled in the art of Geomancy. A strange type of magic whose skills are dependent on the type of terrain. Yep, okay, cool. And Light Step, which makes it so you don't take damage from trap floors. Or trap tiles or whatever. Jump! Jump high in the air. Leaving the battlefield... Yeah, random just bailed on us. Leaving the battlefield for 1 round. Upon return, deals critical damage to a single foe, ignoring defense. Inflicts fatigued on the user for 1 round. Interesting. I don't know what fatigued does exactly, but that's... So hold on. That is a 2... You spend 2 rounds in order to gain a 3rd round of a debuff. So it's functionally losing 3 rounds of actions. Oh, okay. It just... Okay, that's not as bad. So it's 2 rounds to do an auto crit that ignores defense. That's not bad. Yeah, it's Hyper Beam. Yeah. Boosts available ki to its highest level. Deliver a combo attack that cannot trigger crits, but can overflow to additional targets if the current target is terminated before all hits have been delivered. Costs 1 ki. Chakra. Heals all available allies by a small amount of this character's max HP and vitality, divided by the number of active allies. Also removes poison and darkness. Nice, actually. I mean, Chakra was a legit heal back in 6. Ooh, that does look nice, Mr. Ed. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, no, that's... Pepperoni. That's legit. I was actually going to comment on this because we've talked about before how the Final Fantasy games... They call them all monks, but they're actually lying because there's 2 very distinct types of classes there. There's a martial artist, there's an unarmed fighter, and then there's a monk. A monk has magic. They don't call it magic, but it is magic, right? This is magic. This is a monk. Unlike, say, the... pugilist, exactly. Like, the pugilist is what this was back in FF1 original. Yang from FF4 would be a pugilist, for example. Whereas Sabin in FF6 would be a monk. Able to unlock maximum ki level 2. Effective in combat without the need for weapons or armor. Effectiveness increases with character level. Yeah, so that's the same thing it usually is. And then Mr. Red. Saboteur. Magic accuracy boost when casting enfeebling magic on enemies. Reduces chance of spell being resisted. It would learn a selection of... Yeah, okay. So let's go fight some imps. Whoop. God damn it. Oh, come on, game. Oh, this menu. I've already given a negative. I might give more than one. Ooh. Assure's H... I thought it was random, though. Assure's HP removes status from one ally. Looks KO on one foe under 300 HP. Oh my god. Non-elemental damage to all foes. Let's try that. And let's try the legendary jump. How much key do you have? None. Okay. And you, of course, have lock. Jesus. That an AoE this early is not exactly shabby. There's no defend. I just realized that. There's no defend option. Hey, 2 Base Master, 1 second, please. Greetings! Gotta say that first. Come on, I want to see the jump. No! Rax! Rax, come down! Come down, Rax! We lost Rax. We lost Rax. They're gone. They're just straight up gone. What the? I did that on accident. There's our map. Hang on. Yeah, no, that's all the locations except for the caravan where they sell the ferry. Well, anyways, thank you, 2 Base Master, very much. I never did figure out what that was from. The greetings thing. Like, I can still hear it in my head. 2 Base Master. Triangle strategy. Emblem, 3 houses, and tyranny. No, I know. I was using it during Planescape Torment, but I was referencing something. Like, I could hear it in my head. Greetings! Like, it said just like that. And I have no idea what that's from. And I didn't know then either. It popped into my head because, if you remember, almost every single dialogue in Planescape Torment started with greetings. Sometimes it was, greetings. Extremely good, Darkrai. Hugely recommend. It scored 120. Okay, so... Yep, you're right. We cannot do Leaf Swirl now. I notice we don't have a random? Oh, right. So this may score, or may restore random stuff. Okay, so let's try a jump again. And then we still don't have Key. Now that's interesting. So Monk Key has to be restored every round, or every combat, excuse me. So that does limit the usage of the monks. If you have to spend your first few rounds generating your key every single combat, that's not great. That sounds like boss material to me. So we got a random Leaf Swirl. Nice. No, actually, Mr. Red. Which is why we're doing these tests. This was actually suggested a few months ago by Blake Duvall. I just spaced until today. So, damage and inflict slow, and just straight up kill. Let's just straight up kill someone. Let's kill them horribly. No, Mr. Red. No! Oh, you missed. Oh, there's the jump. 74 damage from jump. For perspective, most of the other damage I'm doing right now is about 10 to 15. So I saw something... Oh, sorry, wrong button. I saw something about that being affected by level. Here it is. Boost available key to its maximal level. And yeah, there's our current level right there, 2. So it's not like Monk is useless, it's just, it feels like a setup class, which is fine. Hi, Zar. Uh-oh, it's a Grimp. No jokes, please. Let's heal Mr... Oh, let's heal ourselves, actually. Let's do another jump. Gotta jump, very important. But see, we're back down to 0 key. Honestly, the class I'm least liking of these quartet is, of course, Red Mage. Because, of course, it's Red Mage. It's always Red Mage. Yes, this is a fan remix of FF1. Okay, so let's use combo on this. Let's see what that does. Listen, Mr. Red, it's not my fault that Mr. Red is Mr. Awesome. I'm just jealous. That's all it is. So, let's go and find a Baus, see how this feels. Alright, so let's do... Oh, we're refilled. Oh, okay. So, non-elemental damage to a single target, non-elemental damage doing darkness. Increase absorb of all allies. Damage and crit of all allies up. Ooh, nice. Let's go ahead and do a jump. Let's get our key going and fight. Okay, so the Geomancer's dead. Okay, let's do a combo attack, and I'm out of magic, so fight. And thank you for the sub, Blue of Alex, as always. Yeah, Geomancer looks... Jesus Christ, Rax. You just hit him for 114. Yeah, he did. Anyway, so let's look at our classes. So, obviously, Lancer is pretty cool. I do like Lancer. It's fighter with, like, jump. I don't know what else to add. It's fighter with jump. I'm with that. It's a better fighter. So I'd probably take that instead of fighter. Yeah, fighter but crit, exactly. Monk, I actually do like Monk a little bit. I know I just mentioned how I didn't, but at the same time, from a gameplay perspective, I don't mind spending around developing, and I'm sure I get more key abilities later on. We'll put Monk as a baby. Red Mage, I'm not impressed by. The fact that I can debuff more accurately is not saying much. So that's whatever. Let's put that as a no. And Geomancer. Geomancer's a weird one. I can picture in my head what a playthrough with a Geomancer would be, and it would involve a lot of resing. That's in 5, Darkrai. I don't know if it does in this one. So Geomancer, like, is super... It has the worst possible gear, and has very low stat gains, and has nothing going for him other than the fact that he has free mages, free spells, which are really nice. It's worth noting. But, like, it feels like the squishiest of the squishy options. And it's dependent on terrain, so I have less control over what I can cast. Having said that, I like Geomancer a lot, actually. I would probably bring that instead of a mage at all. So right now, I'm liking Thief, Geo, and Lancer. We've got at least 2 more of these, though, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so... I'm just going to skip... if I skip White Mage and Black Mage, I could just go up to the new one. So let's see. We've got Trainer. So this is the one that controls mobs. Whoops. And then Evoker, which is our summoner. Also, while we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 slots. That's what I figured. Thank you for reminding me, though. We'll just use the FF14 indicator. So what is this? Sum. Okay, so we got Summoner and Time Mage. We don't actually have a time mage in for. I guess we have Ast. That is functionally a time mage. And then green. This is gonna be a weird one. What the hell would be a green mage? I guess bird? No, we have a bird. Screw it, let's call you green. Yeah, burn. I just noticed this is basically 3 mages and a trainer. This is probably gonna be rough. I just noticed they'd call it Coneria instead of Corneria, too. The only reason I even noticed that is because mentally in my head I automatically read that as Corneria. Yes, Darkrai. It looks like we can do single or double or triple character challenges if we wanted to. Alright, let's see what spells we can grab, because we basically have an all-mage party here. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, excuse me. Thank you. What do you got? Fog, Ruse, Shell, Regen. Ooh. And Ruse. Nice. But I don't have that much money, so before we just go hog wild here. Okay, so our Time Mage can do Evade, a Decay, target loses 5 HP cumulatively every turn, Burst, 20 time damage to one foe, and Haste increases chances of taking action before foes each turn. Interesting. So let's do our Astrologian. Let's go and grab that dot. And then let's go and grab the nuke. I'm not going to grab Haste. I don't think that's really super worth it. I will grab Lock, though. Lock can be useful. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be able to get summons. So let's give our Green Mage, I think? Yes. Regen. I will admit, I've played around a lot with party composition over the years. That's why I talk about it so much below Alex. You know me, I like variety. That's just me. I don't think I need Shell, especially not anytime soon. Ruse, however, yes. Oh, I'm dry. I'm dry. Okay. Let's go fight some monsters with our bare fists. Oh my god, I can run. I can run. Behold my power. Alright, Imp, you work for me now. Restart the current battle. So let's try this burst spell. Exuviation removes allies' resistances. Removes allies' resistances dealing damage to enemies. Okay, so you buff, right? I think, if I'm reading that right, and then you nuke that buff in order to nuke the enemy. I'm guessing, based on context clues, that'll do more damage based on how many buffs you remove. Excuse me, that did a bunch of damage. Thank you for being part of the show, Ross. Oh, how's Metroid, by the way, since it's Friday? This is when Ross is like, I refuse to play Metroid. I'd rather die. Listen, Blue Fox, it's not my fault that they suck in the original. You realize I'm going to have to use a Red Mage when we get to the Pixel Remaster version, right? Okay, so Dispatch, Echo 2, and Expedition 33. The game that has no negatives. whatsoever. Okay, so... we're just punching imps. Because I pretty much never use Red Mage in the original FF1. Because it's crap in the original FF1. It's not as bad as Thief, but that is really not saying something. Oh god, I have to use a Thief too, don't I? So that's 2 party members locked in, Thief and Red Mage. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'll have to think about what else to bring at that point. Can I not? Oh, there we go. Let's do that. God, we are so weak. We are so astonishingly weak. There we go. Controlled. Chaos. Okay. Imp has no special abilities. I'm all sad. Well, no, like if we're doing... So, I meant what I said, Bluffhawks. In order to properly try out the spread, we should probably try out that stuff in the Pixel Remaster. So, Thief, which was terrible in the original, and Red Mage, which was broken in the original. I'm going to attack that guy, I think. And... honestly, I'll probably just take a fighter because duh. So, the question then becomes, what is our 4th party member? We'll debate that later. We don't have to think about that right now. Listen, Thief is amazeballs. I'm out of mana. I mean, Thief is objectively the worst class in the original. There's no debate there. It's terrible. Oh! That counts as winning if we're controlling the last mobs alive. I didn't know that. Cool. That is actually awesome. I do like that. I would also like to get a freaking weapon, because doing 1 damage around is not going to cut it. Yeah, I could afford 3 of those. Yeah, Thief in the original is a worse Red Mage. And Red Mage isn't great in the original, as we were just talking about. I'm going to try something else here. Okay, that's a... oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, that hit chance on the wooden staff. Whoa, there. Is this game harder than FF1? Good question. Does it have the option to turn off overworld encounters? Nope. No, this is a remake of FF1. Well, Trainer's dead. Is it random encounters, Ross? I know people who put down good games because of random encounters. No, I don't mean me, by the way. I've put up that crap with you for years. Ah, yes. Main character dies, party wipes. I said I wouldn't talk about FF13, but I'm going to be real. That is probably, again, objectively, the worst part about FF13 right there. Oh, lightning's dead. All right, everyone. Pack it up. Go home. We're done. We're done. Yeah, Persona 5 did that as well. Man, I'm just getting my ass handed to me by these freaking imps. So, Bladeval, if you're there, when do I get my first summon? Because so far my summoner isn't really selling. Oh, by the way, Baldur's Gate 2, while we're on the subject. I actually really hated it in Baldur's Gate 2. Because, I get it, rezzing is much harder to do in BG2 than it is in other games. But you still can, right? It's not a thing you're prevented from doing. Oh, hello. What's our gold at? 6. Okay, so this is a thing. We might be in a gold spiral right now. We need 24 gold. Hey, the quack. I don't think there's anything up here. Reports say a garland holds the princess in a temple to the northwest. You know, the old bazaar where all the people hang out because it's been a cultural milestone for literally hundreds of years. Well, we didn't get the upset we were going to last week. To Basemaster. So, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'd call it a coin flip at this point. Garland used to be a good knight. Until... ... Damn. Alright, yeah, Sarah's sister, who didn't even have a name. In fact, she wasn't in the rewrite, if you were paying attention. Gosh, yeah, I just need to hope and pray against a regular boss, a regular monster, because I don't have the money to stay at the inn. Hopes and prayers. Nothing. I have nothing. Oh, wait, no, I actually do have a regen. Wait, what was it? Okay, I do have a regen spell. Never mind. That's what we're going to go check out as soon as I have the ability to heal. I don't know if you noticed, I'm a little low on health right now. Terminated. Yes, keep attacking the summoner. No, don't attack! God damn it, I just spent money on that asshole. I have so little money. Oh, have you been... I guess the question is, have you beaten it, Wolf Alex? I'm not sure how far. God, I kind of forgot that even came out. It's been a busy year. Okay, 24 gold. I got exactly 24 gold. So I can't res the trainer, but we're just going to leave him dead, because I think we have an idea of what the trainer is. So let's just go... What? Yeah, that one. Yes. Yes. Don't forget, if you leave your game, comma... Alright, so let's see what this is. Yes, I would like to enter the astral plane. Jesus Christ, what? Guys, sorry, we're playing a Halloween fan hack of FF1. Oh my god, there's enemies here. I am not ready for enemies. Okay. Okay. You know, the other reason a red mage would be better than a regular mage? When a red mage runs out of mana, they can keep doing things. Oh god, no, we did drugs. We're totally drugged up right now, and we're just fighting townsfolk, thinking they're imps. Damn, still not enough gold to res Trainer down there. In fact, I need 70 gold to make that happen. Let's leave the astral plane really quick. Oh, nice, Blow Alex. Yeah, that's a huge quality of life change right there. Monster strike first. Oh, shoot. Yep, okay. I love how hilariously on the back foot I am with this party setup. I know it's technically my fault. I will fully accept ownership of that. But it is just funny to me how much I am just getting my ass handed to me by imps. Because I'm falling behind on the gold curve. Okay, so I still don't have enough money. I need 70 gold. Oh wait, hang on. Let's do this really quick. Just put you up front. If he dies, that number goes up to 100, by the way. Yeah, I've got a little bit of mana left, so let's use it. He's out. He's still worthless. Cool. You know, Blade Tavel's over there just cackling. He knew. He always knew. I love how Trainer gets up for a second from being dead to be like, oh, thanks for the buff. Ugh, and then just falls right back over. Okay. 72 gold. Okay. Let's res. Yeah, you want a challenge run? I'll show you a challenge run. Here's a summoner who has no summons. A green mage who has 1 buff. A time mage who has 1 nuke. And a trainer who can't capture imps to save his life because we keep killing them before we can capture them. This is an HP barrier. Okay, back to the genocide route. Who are you? Where you come from? Okay. Why are there imps in the astral plane? I just realized I should probably save some of my spells now. Because I feel like there's going to be a boss coming up in a minute to, you know, grab all this crap. Yeah, no, this is mean. Honestly, like, being completely legit, I could see how Green Mage would be useful. I'd kind of rather have a Geomancer. I can see how Time Mage would be great later on. I'm tempted by a Time Mage. Trainer, I'm supremely unimpressed by. HP barriers kind of aren't my thing. We talked about that with Queen and FF9 earlier. And I haven't gotten to summon anything yet, so we're still working on that one. God dang it. Oh, hey, it worked. Woohoo. Oh, I'm sure, Blade Chaval. Early game hell is a concept for a reason. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I had a warrior, one warrior in my party, I'd probably be fine right now. The warrior's just like, I got this. Just hang back, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Just get your levels and get your kit eventually. My kind once thrived in these parts. A proud race we were, not like the imps you know now. Bunch of mindless drones. Let me use my strength again. Prove your worth, and my power you shall have. So you think this is going to beat our ass like the Cerberus did? Yeah, I caught that. The music kind of, you know, also assisted that. But yeah, no, that's the FF4 imp. The Supreme... Yeah, Green Mage is dead. You just cost me 40 gold. Now here's the question. Is this a summon, or is this a trainer thing? Cannot be controlled. Okay. Jesus Christ. That's so Summoner's dead. This is going well. You got this, Astrologian. You got this. You don't. You really don't have this. And we're dead. Was that a dream? Oh, weird. We're actually fine. Anyways, it's a summon thing, obviously, because, you know, we're here. Let's try that one more time. Slightly more efficient action usage this time around. I love it. We'll just go defeat Garland. It'll be quick and easy. You can do that in what, like 10 minutes? 3 hours later. Yeah, no, we've got some interesting stuff here. We have very, very low damage output right now. I mean, we know that. This is our third run around, if you remember. We crushed it the first two times. If you die in a dream, you get bad sleep and are tired at work. Boy, that explains a lot. Sorry, 1 second, please. Evoker and Dragoon. That sounds like a fun combo. Have you played this before, Darkrai? Okay. Has anybody played this other than Blade to Ball? Real question. I'm kind of curious now. Okay, round two. Okay. Okay. So you just attack. You can't do anything else. You go ahead and get the dot up early this time. You're useless. You get the regen going early. I mean, if there's one thing I've seen about each of these fan remixes we've been playing over the last week, it's that all of them are worth a damn. I suppose that sounds obvious, but it's kind of been impressive to me. I've played a lot of ROM hacks over the years, and honestly, most of them suck. I suppose you can say that about most things. But I have been quite impressed this week. That's a good question, Darkrai. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Blade of Ball. I'm actually pretty familiar with FF1, the original. It's not a very good game. It was impressive at the time, and it does get credit for a lot of things, but that doesn't make it a particularly good game. Oh, it was so good, Sevlana. Please watch the VOD. It's so legit. Or just play the game. Just play the game. Just play the game. Oh, we won. Yay! Well done, you've earned my respect. Call upon me if you need my strength. Obtained. Goblin. Okay, are we all, like, turbo dead? Yeah, we're all still turbo dead. Do I have money? I do not have money. But we do have a big old nuke. So, let's go this. No, I mean, several of my friends have unironically called me Thanos several times in life. It's worth noting that's before Infinity War came out. Because, you know, that hits a little bit differently after Infinity War. Let's just do this. Semi-random damage to one foe. It was because of that scene. Fine, I'll do it myself. And I've been getting very much that energy from a lot of these games. And honestly, if I had a substantially larger amount of time, I would be doing the exact same thing. Fine. You don't want to give me a StarCraft city builder. You don't want to give me a Castlevania management sim. You don't want to give me a new strategy game set in the Warcraft setting. You don't want to give me an RPG set in the StarCraft setting. You don't want to play around with or fix up a lot of your older games. Fine. I'll do it myself. Anyways, so we're turbo dead. And you know what? I'm good with that. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Um, so we only have a couple left, which is... No, we have 4 left, excuse me. Bard. Dark Knight, Spellblade, Archer. In Party Wipe in this game, it's the same as the original. You just go back to the screen, and I sure hope you have a save, because if you don't, sucks to be you. So, back to previous save. Hmm. Actually, I have no display to all. Not that I care. There's no front row, back row. But there is, like, order, which is this. So we're going to put our archer in the back there. There's also some other ways the party order interacts with some of the mechanics in the game. I don't know about in this version, but in the original. Design-wise, do I prefer a large number of classes or a small number of classes with more diversity? Small number, more diversity. Easily. I have actually argued that several games have too many classes to their own detriment over the years. All melee weapon attacks from target deal fire damage. What else we got? Inflicts status element sleep, or deals base 10 poison elemental damage to one foe and has a chance to inflict the bio status, which is a dot. And our Dark Knight can learn that. I think, interestingly enough, yes, I think FF14 has too many classes. I would not add more specs to WoW. Please ignore the fact that the next expansion is adding a new spec to WoW. But yes, I think both games are... They have too many classes. It's getting to be more and more and more and more of a thing. And it's just an escalating, exponentially increasing amount of work. I only have enough for one of these. My amateurish, haven't rebuted opinion is that FF Tactics has too many classes as well. Go and grab that. Okay, so we're poor now. But we're probably going to do better than our last party. Also true, Rex. I forgot to look at the menu. When a weapon is equipped, add lifesteal for 2 turns. Interesting. Grant Bladecraft job trait to all allies temporarily. Hide, which restores a song use. And I have no songs, of course. Boost damage of next basic bow attack. Oh, hello. We have no ammo. I'm not trying to get ammo. Effective against dragons, spellcaster, humanoids, magic beasts. So, favorite enemy. Interesting. So, archers have favorite enemy. Bards have songs. Obviously, spellblades have spell magic. And it looks like Dark Knights are, once again, two-hander melees, similar to the Dragoons, but instead of the jump, they get access to a number of spells and the ability to drain health. Yes, Darkrai. If by seduce you mean kill with an arrow. Oh. Okay. So if we talk to soldiers, we can get pieces of songs. That's interesting. What is it, Blade 12? Because we're not going to get there for a while. The brickwork in FF1 is not very good. It's not terrible. You can eat bats. Oh my god. Like, I've seen games with worse brickwork. Honestly, the indoor-outdoors thing probably works better than the brickwork itself. I would say this looks better than Dragon Quest I. Dragon Quest I looks extraordinarily basic. It conveys information and almost nothing else. Permanent HP boosts? Or like... is that a heal? I do remember what those bats are. So we're at 3 of 4 on one song and 3 of 4 on another song. But we haven't actually learned any songs yet. Oh, there we go. We have learned a song now. Jeez. They are currently bats? Does that count? Increase physical absorb rating of all allies by 5, further augmented by caster's luck. While we're here. If a melee weapon is equipped, grants lifesteal, which lets you heal for the damage taken, ineffectual against undead or mechanical. Able to learn basic black magic spells, resist darkness and blind. Gains increased accuracy bonus when attacking a blinded target. Gain 50% increase to base damage if their currently equipped weapon is imbued with any elemental affinity, or 100% if the target is weak to the weapon's ailment. So you can give that bonus to the entire party with Impart. Hide. Remove this character from combat until entering a new command. Sustains current songs. Restores one song use. So you could sing and then basically peace out of the battle. That's interesting. You can use one song per battle, and that's it. You get one song per battle. They refill after battle, though. They can do minor. They can do harps. Harps do minor damage to all enemy targets. They ignore defense and never miss, but they do low damage. Resist silence and Archers. Pull back and hold for 1 to 3 turns. The longer it's held, the higher the damage multiplier. Automatically poach eligible enemies to obtain monster material upon delivering a killing blow with a normal attack. Can be melee or ranged. Arrow magic does not count. Able to craft magical arrows. Probably from the stuff you get from enemies. Increase raw damage dealt by bow attacks. And makes trap tiles visible when you're the displayed character. Okay. I think it's time to kill Chaos. Let's do it. Got 6 damage per imp, which for perspective is about the damage the other party was doing. Single target. Oh, we poached something. Nice. That's an interesting attack damage. Attack animation. The Dark Knight there. Okay. So let's use a song. We only have one, so let's just do the one song. Interesting. Sustain the song. And sustain the current aiming. Might just murder him before we get there. $90 damage from that bow shot after 2 rounds of aiming. So yeah, absolutely murdered there. Good God. This is actually a pretty solid party right here. You got your big heavy swinger. You've got your magic buffer for magic damage. You've got someone who just straight up buffs the party. And then you've got the archer who can just sniper things. And we've got a cape. Capes are cool. I like capes. Now to eat the bats. No, we can't actually do that. Okay, so to do our due diligence. I honestly think we have a decent idea of what Green Mage and Time Mage are. I don't feel the need to explore with them too much. But we never really got to Trout Evoker. I know that we're going to bring, let's see, a Warrior. And no, I did not Bleed Deval. Warrior, Lancer, and a Dark Knight. This is the Die party. Yeah, just have tearaway capes. It's so simple. Oops, I actually didn't mean to do that. Let me do this. I got the order completely wrong. Hang on. There we go. This is the You're in My Way party. Oh god, I forget who's who. Who's who? Okay, 3 is the Lancer. Ah! Got this menuing. I think 4 is the Dark Knight. I do like perfectly cooked briskets. Missed. Yeah, the Evoker realized their error, went back to town, hired 3 mercenaries in big plate armor. I was like, hey guys, could you carry me? Oh, yeah, no, that's terrible hit chance. So Dragoon's automatically better than Dark Knight, obviously. All Dark challenge, oh god. I mean, I'm sure somewhere there's some kind of leaderboards for doing challenge runs with this game, right? 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 Right. See, the problem would be remembering where all the bats are. I know they're in random dungeons, but I don't remember where all of them are. There's 3 bats in this dungeon. 2 bats here, 1 bat here, 5 bats here. Guys, could you stop missing the imps, please? This reminds me of one of my oldest D&D jokes. A level 1 fighter and a level 1 imp fight each other. Alright, I roll to attack. Okay, I miss. Okay, he rolls to attack you. He misses. Okay, I roll to attack him. Okay, I miss. He rolls to attack. Okay, he misses. Okay, I roll to attack. I miss. Continue as long as you want to. But eventually, the GM gets sick of it and says, okay, the one damage you did is so substantial that he decides to jump on his sword himself to kill himself. He does so for 1 damage. Wait, no, I didn't mean to hit and run. God dang it. A slap. Ugh. Oh, I have nothing. Wow. No! 4! I mean, Rax is like, I got this, guys. Chill, chill. So yeah, Evoker was like, oh, thank God, I hired you guys. I thought I was dead for, or gone for. I guess I was both. Okay, let's go kill Garland. Wait, we already killed Garland, didn't we? No, we didn't. We didn't. Let's go kill Garland with Goblin. Listen, Ross, it's not my fault there's 18 classes in this game, okay? Goblin power. Like, realistically speaking, there's only so many ways we could review all this crap. And honestly, this is not going to be a very good review of the classes, because it can't be. I'm not going to be able to look at all of their kit. I'm not going to be able to look at all of their upgraded kit either. Wee hee hee hee, Blade Triple. But yes, this is going to be very funny. If I can get to him. Go away. Go away. You are beneath me. The imps are like, hee hee hee. You can't stop us. Go away. We're gonna waste your time. The worst possible thing. No, no armor. We're not doing it. Just weapons. This is the all weapons party. We're all completely naked. Barbarian style. And Garland's like, oh, God, what, no. Okay. Goblin. Don't kill him, Rax. Okay, okay. I mean, 45 damage from a single nuke is not exactly bad. Yeah, at level 2, 45 damage, which I can cast 3 times, is basically better, right? Better than the Black Mage equivalent. So now, we have to decide who we're actually carrying forward. And that is the real question, because I'm not sure on that one. Ah, that's a good question. Who is locked in? So let me look at my notes here. Yeah, I think Dragoon is a lock. I actually do agree with that. Hmm. So, honestly, bringing Evoker feels like it would be fun. I also kind of want to bring one of the ones that almost is assuredly going to suck at first. And that would be either, I think, Blue Mage, Green Mage, Time Mage, or Bard. Just realized I forgot a couple of things here. I already wrote down Bard, Green Mage, Time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Who am I missing? Warrior, Thief, Blue Mage, Dancer, Monk, Red Mage, Night Knight, Spellblade, Bard, Archer, Evoker, White Mage, Black Mage. Oh! Trainer. Trainer I was actually pretty unimpressed with. I don't know what it upgrades to, but I'm good with that one. So. So we've definitely got Devoker. We've definitely got Dragoon. I also really want a Thief, which would be our third slot. That leaves us very little wiggle room. So what do we do with our last slot? I feel like one way or another, our last slot should be one of those, we're going to carry them early on classes. And again, we got a bunch of those. We got Bard, we got Dancer, we've got Green Mage, we've got Time Mage, we've got Blue Mage, we've got Geomancer. That's 6 classes that we'd be carrying. So let's start with this. Okay, so you know the rules if you've watched me do my Pokemon streams. Would anyone like to be the Lancer? Third person gets it. That's hilarious. That actually is Rax. That is really funny. Okay, then, so pause for a second, because I know there's some Twitch delay. Same thing with Thief. Who wants to be our Thief? Just say me, or I, or whatever. Third person gets it. That's gonna be Bladefall, which will not fit. Okay, and then Evoker was locked in. So, pause for a second for Twitch delay. Would anyone like to be our Evoker? Summoner. Kind of rapid firing these here. So that's going to be Ross. Dancer. Yeah, let's just do Dancer. I was kind of leaning towards Dancer anyways. So, last one, our Dancer. Women only. So that's Kennex Cow, Bregwin. I think it's actually it at the moment. Alright, Bregwin, Kennex Cow, I need you two to duel to the death, preferably. In order to figure out who gets to be the Dancer. That's true. Kennex Cow drew first blood. Will that fit? No, it won't fit. Damn. That would have cinched it. Sorry, Kennex Cow. Your name is simply too long. We will have to go with the Braig. Which will also not fit, but Braig will fit. Insert Kingdom Hearts joke here. We can do Braig. I don't know. How do you want to truncate it? You get 6 characters, Braigwin. How do you want to truncate it? No, actually, you know what? No, I'm being unkind. I'm back again. Hang on. Braigwin and Kennex Cow. Pick a number between 1 and 10. I will pick a number in my head. Let's go with that. Okay. I have a number in my head. 5. It was 5. Kennex Cow, you have 6 characters to work with. How do you want it squished? Is the date. You know what? I can do that. We'll do K, X, K. Okay, now I gotta burn these into my memory, because I'm gonna be in the menu and not know who's what. So Rax is the Lancer, Blatevel is the Thief, Ross is the Evoker, Kennex Cow is the Dancer. This is a hell of a party. How to actually play the game. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't do that. Oh, it's an ordinary well. I'm all set. So yeah, let's get the loot we already know is here. Oh, what's the other one? Was it over here? I'm really curious how this is going to go, like, legitimately. Because I think this could go a lot of different ways, really. Let's go ahead and get our first dance. Look, every game was a Sonic ROM hack if you look at it closely enough. Okay, so let's get a spear for Rax. Oh, wow. Blatevel can use a rapier. Go ahead and get that on Kennex Cow. And honestly, you can just not use a weapon. So yeah, Rax, you're also our tank. Congrats! You really are. That's not actually a joke. Good luck. I will get armor for everyone, obviously. Okay. I don't think we can learn any magic, so I'm just gonna not worry about that. I would like to buy a potion. Oh my god, I can buy more than one. I can buy more than one. I've never been so happy. This is a negative the original's gonna get, by the way. I've been kind of holding off on testing that until we finished our class look through, but yeah. Okay, so let's go get the goblin spell. Again. 3rd time now. Yeah, what I usually call a heavy blow of Alex. Wonk! Yeah, no kidding. Dancer's doing pretty solidly here. I also love this sprint. Of course, I'm one of those weirdos who absolutely prioritizes the sprint shoes every time I play FF6, or 5, actually, for that matter. 75% hit chance, so that's the downside. Still kills whatever she's looking at. Kennex Cow just dances and things die. Oh god, do I want to know what Ninja gets? Don't actually tell me. Don't actually tell me. Because we will see it. Because we're going to do the Bahamut quest, obviously. I mean, the astral plane certainly sounds kind of horrifying here, yeah. I'm curious if each town has an astral plane, each dungeon? I'm gonna have to check the castle, I just realized. I don't think there was a dance in the castle. I don't know, I shouldn't even say that. But yeah, this is our creepypasta FF1 playthrough. I need to be like a typical streamer and overreact to every scary thing I see. Hundred 25% chance. Jeez Louise. Okay. Ugh, jeez, Rax, come on. We just started the fight. Let's see if he has any gold, because he probably doesn't, if you think about it. Yep, 0 gold. I kind of figured. And Rax is dead. There goes my biggest damage dealer. Right out of the gate. Okay. Cool. Good news, we can drain. Should do us some decent damage. I mean, if we wipe on this, I'm gonna laugh. It is actually quite possible, given the randomness of that frickin' punch. And again, we just lost our biggest damage dealer. Ross isn't even contributing yet. No offense, Ross. Light Javal's doing decent damage. 10 a swing. Kennex Cow is doing about 26 damage, but that takes 2 rounds to do, so that's actually about 13 damage per round. Still, everyone leveled except for Rax. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Was for my Dragoon to not level. Whatever. We cut the spell. Could be worse. Get up, Rax. Yeah, if we didn't have money, I'd be a little unhappy about that. See you around, Blue Fellas. Good night at work. Okay. Let's check the castle really quick. Before we head up to Garland's place. There are 2 items here. Good luck, DeQuack. I don't know what an ideal outcome would be. But whatever it is, I hope you get it. Nothing new. I mean, that sounds like an ideal outcome. We've scanned you and we found nothing. Pure? Oh my god, the name of that achievement is Yahaha! You found me! Perfect, Mr. Red. I am now very happy. I'm curious what the context of that is, but, you know, get out of there, you stupid asshole. Oh my god. Please leave. Please. 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 I can't even hold down fast forward. But that's gotta be it. That's gotta be the spot. It's the spot he's hiding. And I don't have a warrior to shout him out of the way. Hey, Roiting. It is. It's right there. I can see it on the wall. There we go. Had to kind of glitch that a little bit, but we're good. We're good. Any mythical portals of Hellish Doom here? For another summon? For Ross? Not seeing anything down. Let's try up. Probably Blade Fall. Please help my princess. Okay. Oh man, pancakes. Everyone in chat, you have pancakes in front of you. They're very good. You can put one fruit on the pancake. What do you pick? I just realized my order's all wonky. No wonder. Alright, so someone go stab Mr. Red immediately. And then while you're stabbing him, shout, "I'm Grenade Man!" That'll make sense, trust me. Blackberries. Ooh, that's a good pick. Bananas. I'm not a big banana person. Blueberry compote. Not even sure what that is. Yeah, sorry, Mook. That's why I moved on as quickly as I... let's just fight through these. I really have Star Wars. So we have 3 goblin casts. Let's see what a goblin does right now. Just for funsies. Assuming anything lives long enough to do that. Which it turbo won't. Oh, wait, hang on. Here we go. Goblin Punch. 38 damage at level 2. Not too shabby. Oh god, Rax is still level 1. Rax! Why are you level 1? Don't answer that, I know why. And let's get Rax a level really quick, really quick. I mean, crepes, I'm just saying. Crepes. I might use that flexible just in the interest of speeding things up. I did just spend 2.5 hours testing on classes. I'm going to have to really sit down and process that later. Don't worry, I will. I'm going to do a lot of due diligence on that. You know me. It'll never be a complete review of the classes, but it's going to be as good as I can make it. Rax's people needed them. Ow! Whoa! 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 Don't you love those beautiful bricks? I'll tell you one thing I'm already missing in this version. Memory cursor. Having to select an ability manually each time is not super fun. Yeah, the only downside of this party, and I can tell you it already, yes I do, Mr. Red, is that we do not have a lot of live in this party. Rax is the only one with heavy armor at all. And everyone else doesn't have great stamina. Hello! No! Wait, I just... Okay. I saved lately? No reason. I think I'm actually going to blow a goblin on this fight. This is 4 medium-level enemies for where I'm at right now, and I'm level 2. And not at full health. In fact, honestly, maybe I should hold off on whatever summon is in this area. He means bad translation, Mr. I don't actually remember what the original translation is. I'm almost positive Clyde Mandolin has specifically addressed that line and what it is in the original Japanese, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Look, some bad translations are memorable. For all the wrong reasons, but still. God, there's items here. Okay, I don't have time for this. Let's just go back. Let's go. Okay, Rax, kill. Blade Duval, rob. Mechanics Cow, actually stab. And then Ross, summon a goblin. Okay, Blade Duval's dead. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And as predicted, Rax immediately kills Garland in one shot. Of course. Get out of my way, bats. I can't eat you this playthrough. Yeah, so I mainly did that for the teleport back to town. Because we're in a bad way. Listen, I've always wanted to be a blitzball. Ever since I was a young lass. Hopefully we got some gold from all that. Because holy schmoly. I'm already wondering if I made a terrible mistake with this party composition. Kind of cool, Royting. Kind of cool. Actually, so we need to buy. Let's see. What should we buy? What should we buy?
Pretzel.
All right, let's buy some pretzels. They're 60 gold each. I want to save at least enough for a heal back in town if we need it. So we'll get 4 pretzels, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She gets 4 pretzels.
Yeah, we gotta cross the bridge. Behold the bridge. And so their journey begins. What awaits the 4, they do not know. Each holding an orb that 2,000 years ago, because what is time, shined with beauty from within, but now only darkness.
Cats now.
That's true. Wait, where are you putting the cat? Why is the cat on the footrest?
We need a cat bed for this one.
Okay. Well, why is the cat... Okay. You should put the cat in the bed so the cats can sleep. No, don't play with that. That is styrofoam.
Loud sounds like that.
It does. You're absolutely right. See you around, Rax. Can you say bye, Rax?
Bye, Rex.
Rax says bye. Okay, let's have Blade Tival do this. Yeah, 2,000 years. Really think about how long ago 2,000 years was. My goodness.
There's the one with blue hair dad.
No. The blue hair one's fine. See? They're all fine. We made sure that Blade Tival got back up. Blade Tival was doing what we call tanking the floor. Have you ever tanked the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I have many times.
Can you do the one with a purple helmet?
I can. Here, watch. I'm going to make the purple helmet go zoom. You ready?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Well, that's not it. Hang on. That's not it. Oh no, I'm being attacked. I'm still being attacked. Oh god. Why am I not zooming? I want to zoom. There we go. Zoom. Did you see it?
Is that kind of gonna zoom?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if we can take any of his money. We need to say, give us your gold.
Yeah.
Alright, is he going to give us his gold?
No.
He's not? What? Well then, we're just going to get rid of him then.
Did you get rid of him?
Yep, he's gone now.
I have mine back, guys.
No, we're level 2. How much do we need to get level 3? Not too much. We should probably hit level 3 before we move on. And I still want to check out those other things in the dungeon. So let's go grab a heal. So we got to take it. Good night's rest. Good night.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, it's morning already. Gosh. Yeah, for those of you not aware, the stat gains are random. It's actually pretty complicated. If it's
Cat really likes to watch stuff.
okay, we'll put the cat up here so the cat can watch. How's that sound?
Can I?
Come on. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle.
I can do it like that.
That's right. Hang on, I gotta grab my controller. There we go. Okay. Yes, you can have a carrot. You should ask first, though. In fact, ask right now. Ask.
Can I have this carrot?
Yes, you may. They'll never seek out carrots on their own, but every time I have carrots, they immediately want to take the carrots. But yeah, so every level, there is a random chance. Oh, God, it's hard to explain. So every level, there's a table set up for every character in the game, every class, actually. This is true in the original. And they have...
all free monsters.
Okay. And they have a random chance to get that based on some mild items. So they gain 1 to 3 stat ups or whatever.
It's the one with the orange hairs.
Volume. Don't worry, we'll get the ones with the orange hairs, okay? Thing is, there's also some guaranteed stat ups at certain specific levels to try and mitigate bad luck on that. But even those guarantees have some RNG to them. So it's like, instead of getting 0 to 3, you'll get like 5 to 8 or something like that. So yes, it is actually very possible to level in this game and have extraordinarily bad stats.
Where would the ball sleep in here?
Where's the one?
Where would the ball sleeping here?
I don't know. Hey, what's your favorite Pokemon? There's a bunch behind you if you want to be reminded. See them all? Which one's your favorite?
This one because it had silly hands and silly arms.
She likes Chandelure because of silly hands and silly arms.
Where are the silly arms? Where's Chandelure?
Mm-hmm. Chandelure. It's like a candelabra, but also a other thing I can't think of the name of all of a sudden. Does Wisdom? I hope Wisdom works in this version.
It's the kind of bird that can't fly and doesn't have wings.
Aw, how's it gonna fly without wings though?
But it can fly without wings too.
Oh, okay. Chandelier, thank you. God, you can tell I'm a little distracted right now.
And Cedar
She always takes up a lot of my attention when she's around because I have to make sure that she's not bumping into anything, not hurting herself, and scritching her, scritching.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am also, I know the answer here. Do you know where Sweden is?
It's the blue guys.
It's okay to say no.
The blue guys.
Okay. But yes, yes, you're correct. Wisdom is not called in any formula in FF1. Like I said, I'm actually pretty familiar with FF1, the original.
One.
Okay,
What
so...
if-
Ah! Oh no, it's a creep. What do we do?
Yeah.
We jump on it. That's what we do.
That
What's the
one
plot of FF1?
that
Go watch the
monster
FF1 rewrite.
It's in a cage.
It's in a cage?
Yeah.
Why is it in a cage?
They get defeated.
Oh, okay. Actually, I beat FF1 on mobile, Pixel Remaster specifically. It was worse than I was expecting.
And the free.
Oh my god, that just straight up killed Kennex Cow. Great, that's great. Perfect. That's what I wanted in my life, was for Kennex Cow to fall behind in levels.
Because Scout is boring.
She's not boring. What are you talking about? She's super cool.
Why did you say great?
There it is.
Why did you say great?
Well, I wasn't happy, but I was being sarcastic, and I don't know what that means yet. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that around you. I wish I could res Kennex Cow, because, yeah. Yeah, Ross is actually the only one... Ross is the only one who hasn't died yet.
There.
Ah.
There's sound.
Yeah, you know what Legos are, of course, right?
What?
Well, Legos are little building blocks you use to make your own stuff, or to do existing stuff. They're pretty cool.
What if we make a kangaroo out of building blocks?
Ooh, you could do that. It would take a while, but you could do it.
No, it will take 100 days.
100 days? That's a long time. We could do it, though, right?
Yeah.
Darn right we could.
If we did 100 days, we
Missed. Rax just jumped down and missed. And now Blade Tumult's dead. Okay, maybe we should... I've never even heard of that, Elizar, so no.
What's that thing?
That's a skeleton, which is dodging us a lot.
How can it move?
It's a skeleton. It's an undead skeleton. Oh no! You're too strong. You're too strong.
That's because I don't know a little bit.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, getting those bad HP rolls has not been great. I also can't, I think. Yeah, I literally can't go find the rest of the loot. I have to walk out and run away. Oh, that actually sucks. Wow.
Why are you running away?
Well, 2 of my party members are on the ground, so I need to get back and get them away because they are super tired.
Are they sleep?
Yeah. They're super tired. I'm
A
super
tiger.
tired too.
Tiger.
Ah! Ah! Right in my glasses. Ah! I now have a giant handprint in my glasses. Yes, that was actually a tiger. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so let's get people back up. I sure hope the price hasn't gone up. Oh, thank God it actually hasn't.
That's their teeth?
Yep, now we gotta go get a nice night's rest.
Where do you sleep?
Right here. Okay, so we're awake now. And now we're going back to sleep.
Yeah.
Ah, well, I'm awake. Alright, get up, Exhale. We got a city to burn. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah, of course, I would have terrible stat rolls on a freaking RPG.
Did you go?
Right?
Oh.
Yes.
We need that one to defeat those guys.
Do you think we can do it?
Yeah.
Darn tootin' we can. Yeah, FF1, even Renaissance, is probably going to have a bit of early game hell. I actually have some thoughts gameplay design-wise. I just haven't been typing them down
Those
yet.
guys are.
Mostly because I have an adorable niece in my lap.
You're in the bad guy place, and they are in the bad guy place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the monsters live.
Anyways, to answer Xavion's question, the pure white floor, that's the roof, actually. Here, I'll demonstrate. See? That's the interior.
Where all the monsters are.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. I also noticed something last time, which I'm going to try to show
What
off
is
here.
that kind of monster?
Now, that's the one that was in the cage earlier, if you remember.
Yeah. Do those guys remember?
I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? We need to steal their money, though. I steal your money. Wait, hang on. Now I steal your money.
Yeah.
Ah, no, you're so strong. You're so strong.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't need money.
Oh, you don't have any money? Okay. Well, hopefully you won't have any money anytime soon because you haven't lost any teeth yet, right? Right?
I'm not growing up,
Oh, okay.
but I grown up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What was that guy?
That was the goblin, which we summoned. Okay, strength up 1, agility up, int up, bite up, luck up, magic diff up 2.
Did the summon hit ya?
Why is my health not going up? What? Did I seriously get no health ups? I mean, my vitality went up.
It's going.
My health didn't go up. You saw that, right? My health didn't go up.
It's going.
I see it. I see it. The timer is going up. You are correct. This is,
It is. You need to buy stuff?
Hold up.
You need to buy stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you back down for a second. Down. There we go.
Test.
Alright.
Really?
Why is our health not going up? Our vitality is 12, yeah, okay, that is up. I think. What are you doing with that poor elf?
That guy was asleep. And the cat.
Oh, okay. Why are they both asleep?
That one's sleepwatching, and that one's sleepwalking.
I mean, I feel like I'm gaslighting myself. My HP hasn't gone up, right? That's true, Xavion. I've seen something like that before. All right, where are you? I will crush you. Crush.
Yeah.
Wait, no, careful. Okay, I won't crush you anymore. You're safe. Come on. Come on. Up you get. Okay. I'll take these out, so they won't get us caught on you. Now I'm just playing in silence.
Why did you put those on?
Well, it's so I could hear.
What?
Well, so I could hear the game, obviously.
Can you not hear the game?
I cannot. There it is. I can only. So I only get the flicker when I'm 2 tiles away. That's really close.
Can you put those on me?
I could. I cannot. They're not going to fit you.
Are they too big?
Yes, they're too big. Can he even equip that? Oh, he can. Okay.
What is that guy skating?
So did it go up by default? And yes, he's skating. Okay, so what was my HP, though? That's the real question. Hang on. Would you like a carrot?
Carrot.
Carrots are delicious. Okay, so 61? What? Hold up. What? Oh my god, random. You've missed so many things. I'm not taking a nap. I'm super awake.
No, what?
HP max, 61 points. What? Why is my HP not going up? I see it right there. I am so confused by that. What are you doing?
My God!
Yes, exactly. Is there an album of non-video game music that you listen to identify as purple? No. I'm just gonna lay that one down quickly and simply. No. Okay, so this would explain why we're getting absolutely destroyed here. It's because we literally have about half the health, literally half the health we should have. Did you steal my health?
No.
Was it you? You stole the health. So that's bad. We need to consider canceling the run bad. Here, I'm gonna let you know. Here, I need to look something up, okay? Here, tell you what, I will fling you on the bed really quick. You ready? Wait, no, you're still chewing. I can't fling you while you're chewing. When you're done chewing, there will be flinging, okay? Yes, it is.
And these are like rocks. Talking is eating.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Now, what is this thing called?
What's thing? The tray? Is that
This.
Oh, this is... I'm not sure what this is called. What are you going to call it?
Why is this on stick too?
This does not help. Okay. Ah, no, wait. No.
Yeah.
Okay, you have stolen it. Okay, so... Idea.
Ooh, this is something else.
What are you doing with that poor thing? Okay, it's inside. It has to be inside. Uh-oh. I hope you don't have to, too, random. But we'll see, I suppose. So Ross is finally dead. We're all proud of you, Ross. You finally managed it.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Look, I have an adorable child. I'm very distracted right now.
You see that one?
I do.
They're staring at the game.
Ugh.
And that one's just staring at the ceiling.
What's on the ceiling then?
That one's staring at the ceiling and that one's staring at the game.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's probably asleep, and that one's entertained. Vitality Max, 56 on Blade Travel. Also known as 30.
That one's distracted and that one's distracted. They're both distracted.
Why are they so distracted?
Wait.
There it is, got it. Okay, let's get out of here.
Even those two are distracted. The bird and the human.
Uh-oh. What do we do?
all the monsters help you.
Yeah, our HP hasn't moved from level 1. Yeah, go ahead, Blade Taval. Because, yeah, we're not getting HP. And that is going to cause some very, very serious issues. It's already causing issues, frankly. She's right here. No names, though. No names. No names. Hug. Here, let's go see Mama. Do you want a carrot before you go?
What?
She's coming! Here, one for both of you. This will be funny. We finally actually get the run going, decide on our classes, and I don't know what's going wrong. I'm not even sure how I'd fix it. I do actually have an idea, and I'm going to try it. That's why I went back to town. Okay. Nope, that didn't fix it. I didn't think it would. Let's try exit to title. That didn't fix it either. Are any stats going up? That's actually a good question. I don't really have a good way to track that. I think so, because I'm pretty sure we don't start with 22 strength. Yeah, maybe we do. God, maybe we do. You know what? Hang on. We're using 2.1.2 right now. 22 strength, 22 strength. Let's just do something really quick here. Strength. Okay, so stats were going up. Okay. Well, hang on. I mean, that is only one version ahead of us. Download? Where's the download? Right, right. They have the walled garden thing. um, hmm. Right. So here's what we're going to do. Blateval, could you please grab the latest version from their Discord and then toss it to me, please? And we're just going to do a quick and dirty, see if that fixes it. We might have to start over, and that's fine. We aren't actually all that far into the game. It's because the door's open. Oh, ah, sorry.
No, it's fine. That's not how you stop it. Sending her out to shut it.
Okay.
You guys like this?
I do like that.
And the fan
Mm-hmm. It's very cool
looks a
looking.
bit different.
It does, because it's being blown around. Here, do you want a carrot?
Yes.
Okay.
You still have the money I gave you.
Of course I do. Why would I get rid of it? I still have all the stuff you've given me. Listen, Garland, he's enjoying his best life right now. Go ahead and pull up these guides that Blake.
And I did notice the foam sword.
The what?
The foam sword.
Yes. I was hoping to hang out with that. I'll bug everyone about that on the weekend.
I couldn't tell it was foam until I fully saw it.
I think it's actually cardboard, but either way. Doesn't matter. Thank you. And thank you, Blade Ball. Google's like, oh my god, this file is riddled with viruses. Are you sure you would like to download it? This is an infinite amount of viruses. Would you like to send all of your money to sweatshops in China? The infinity virus has arisen. Infinitely, one might say, because of the... Anyways, potentially infinite. Okay, so let's see if it runs at all. I just dumped it over it. Might have to do a fresh install. We'll see. This has been an interesting stream. I hope this is living up to your expectations, Blake Jamal. um, okay. Continue. So I'm almost positive our HP is not going to be up. How close are everyone? 292, 227, 307, 305, excuse me. Okay, so let's just do a super quick and dirty here. Actually, you know what? Like a really quick and dirty here. I like to call this the party. You know, you'd think a fighter would be capable of punching better than a monk. There we are. Why are the monks doing 1 damage? They're monks! Do more damage. Yeah, they're just like... Ah! Some days, honestly, hashtag relatable. I should do this. See you around, Quack. Good luck tomorrow. Oh, God, it's gonna take forever to level. Okay, hang on. Yep. Getting some gear really quick. Oh shoot! Who's whom? Hang on. Okay, we're good, I think. Yep, okay, we're good. Nice, Spartan. What's she playing? The first thing we encounter is a giant pile of imps. Druid, of course. Couldn't have played one of the good classes. No, she's got to play Druid. Sigh. It's okay, a friend of mine has been locked to Fire Mage for actual years at this point. I've only recently managed to convince her to play something other than a Fire Mage. Fire Mage is fun. Now think about how many classes, specs, let's use the correct terminology, exist in WoW, and how many of them are good. How much they could enjoy playing other specs. I know I'm a little bit more pro-variety than some people, but good God, try something out, please. God, the monks are doing no damage. Oh, I don't even know how many at this point, Mook. We're about to have another spec, which actually it's really, really good looking. I've seen some of the previews of it, and some people I know who have actually played it, and it looks really legit. Void Demon Hunter, if you're wondering. Why are my monks doing so little damage? Is this just the new arc for them, or do they just start off suck? And they just need levels? Is that just what it is? Ah! Look at that. 1 damage. What are you doing? And, ah! Oh, didn't die. Never mind. We're good. How could you dislike Evoker? Actually, I completely understand that. I don't get Monk, I'll be honest. I also noticed they've changed the encounter profile a little bit in the early area. Or if they... Either that or I'm just getting extremely bad luck with which encounters I'm finding. I mean, that's valid, Book. I know plenty of people who don't like tanking. I actually lied, by the way. It wasn't Rogue that she was trying out and really liking. Although that is true in Legion Remix. No, the actual spec she loved is tanking, which is what you reminded me of. Protection Paladin, specifically. This might take a minute, by the way. It's funny, I'm doing all this just to do a simple test to see if the bug is fixed. I might die. I might straight up die, and I don't have a save, because why would I save? How much HP do you have? Oh my god! Why aren't you... Oh, Jesus. I'm about to game over. I'm about to game over. There it is. Wow. Okay, new plan. No, that won't work. I just want to see if the bug is fixed. All I care about is seeing if the bug is fixed. Come on, game. Work with me here. See, I love healing, in general. I can't stand Paladin healing. It's just, it's not my thing at all. It's a good spec. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not for me. WoW classes. Sorry, random. I'm mostly just trying to keep myself distracted while I am desperately trying to hurry up and test if this stupid bug is fixed. Once again, we've devolved into 4 berserkers at this point. One of my strongest memories of going through the phone version of the Pixel Remaster was hitting a new town and not having enough money to buy a full suit of gear for my one fighter. Never mind spells or items or anything like that, just straight up not being capable of equipping one fighter. Call this the Garland speedrun here. A classic Christmas story, our movie I like. First of all, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Neither is Home Alone, while we're on the subject. Having said that, I'm going to go with Scrooged. Okay, so HP should be up to 60 points. 62 points. 60 points. 62 points. Okay. Okay. It's fixed. Okay, so I can remember who I was playing. You kind of did, Blue Wind. We were actually just trying to fix a freaking... I basically haven't started the game yet. So. This means we need to start over. But this time we'll have a real party. What's really funny is I was getting more and more worried about how many difficulties I was having fighting even basic trash mobs, right? And it makes sense. I admit this is my fault because I kind of forgot that you're supposed to get a lot of HP ups early on. But, you know, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I wasn't getting HP up. So I'm just running around like, God, why is everything kicking my ass so hard? Jeez Louise. And I thought it was my class selection. I thought it was the fact that I chose these particular classes. I'm so sorry you had to talk to people, Blue Wind. Are you okay? Do you need some time? Okay. This is getting rote at this point. Steal that. Steal that. Get out of the way. Steal that. Get the first song. Memes do not a reality make, Elizar. Okay. Now then. I mean, I can't argue that there are pieces of Die Hard that are Christmassy, but if you try to qualify that as a Christmas movie, I'm just going to raise my eyebrows at you. It's like the is cereal a soup argument. Nobody actually cares. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody's actually making that argument. Whoops. Home Alone, And that's my answer to Home Alone. Home Alone, I think, is a more problematic film than most people tend to remember. Home Alone definitely has more of an argument than Die Hard. I'll actually agree with that completely. Die Hard, no. No, absolutely not. That's silly. Also, Nightmare Before Christmas is both. I know it's weird, Random. You know my actual favorite part about Home Alone? This is a lie. I'm just pointing out how ridiculous that film really is. It's when they all finally get home, and then immediately leave him alone again. Like, a lot of people tend to forget how that movie ended, because by that point, all the good parts are over with. There it is. I agree. Home Alone 2 is a lot more solid. Home Alone 2 also has some legitimate heart to it. Home Alone 1... I don't want to say it doesn't have heart. That's inaccurate. But Home Alone 2 has more heart to it, I would say. Yeah, the pigeon lady is just a perfect encapsulation of what I'm talking about. Let's go and just put that on racks. But yeah, we don't talk about the Home Alone movies from 3 onwards. Let's actually come back to the Goblin. We know we can take down the Goblin. We're good on that. Let's go kill Garland, like, really quick. Yeah, let's ignore the fact that Marv and Harry are secretly liches or something. A favorite version of A Christmas Carol? I'm sorry, it's the Muppets. And anyone who says otherwise is lying. Okay, see, that's a little bit of a meme thing. But in all sincerity, I should meme when I'm giving a legitimate opinion. I actually do think the Muppets Christmas Carol is the best version I've ever seen. I highly recommend it, Random. It is a legitimately good film. So, I actually can't watch It's a Wonderful Life anymore. Can anyone guess why? It is way too real. A lot of people forget that the main theme of A Christmas Carol has to do with an asshole banker ruining people's lives, which he gets away with, by the way, as a reminder. Like, yeah. It's actually funny how many films from that era have to do with an asshole banker being the problem. Yes, Bluin, that's the one. Garland, will knock you all down. Okay, everyone live this time, please. So everyone can get experience from this, please. It's a shame because it's worth noting it's a good film, right? Like it. Oh Jesus Christ, right of all. It's worth noting. Oh, It's a Wonderful Life is a good film. It's well acted. It's well presented, and it hits its parts very hard. That's not the issue. I would say the only thing I would call, like, from a review perspective, no! Bladefall, why? No! Why? Why? God damn it, Bladefall, why? Ah! Damn you! God damn you, Bladefall! I just said it too. It's just ah. At least my XP went up. Yay. I was gonna say something. There's one thing, like from a review perspective, I would say is bad about It's a Wonderful Life. It's the ending. The ending is extremely pat, and is just okay. We're done. Go home. But also, it's kind of horrific, I think is the word I want to use, in its theme. Like, if you ever actually sit down and think about it, the theme of the ending is portrayed as everything's happy and joyous forever, because life sucks and there's nothing you can do about it. So be grateful. That's the theme. And it is shoved into your face in that outro. I'm going to leave you in the back row now, Blade. That's just your life, okay? You're just staying back there for right now. It is. That is the theme, Random. If you ever sit, think about it, or if you ever rewatch it. Can't believe that. Yeah, if you're unhappy, that sucks. Yeah, status quo. Yeah, no, Bregman gets it. Anyways, let's go get that. Ah! No, Jesus Christ. Okay, this will be fine, I'm sure. It's 6 wolves and a greater wolf. Nothing bad could possibly happen in this fight. Everyone, I need you all to live through this fight, okay? Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's actually just run. Let's actually just run. This is not worth it. Oh, thank God. Okay. God, this encounter, right? Okay, so it's... Ah, no! No, we still have no AoE. I don't know when we'll get an AoE. Yeah, thankfully, Thief can actually run well. Isn't that great? So Rankin Bass. That's the stop motion stuff, right? If not, Jump is basically an auto crit that ignores defenses. So the Rankin Bass stuff is hot garbage. It's like the worst stuff ever made in the history of humankind. If I could delete Star Trek X from existence or all the Rankin Bass stuff, that's an easy pick. I'd pick Nemesis. But then the second thing I would pick would be the Rankin Bass stuff. Can you equip that? Yes, you can actually. Nice. They really random? I did not know that, no. I was always the snow miser, even as a kid. Okay, obviously you want a real opinion. I have no real opinion on the Rankin Bass stuff. Even as a kid, I didn't like it. so I never really paid attention to it. I can picture it in my head vividly because it's very visually distinct, and of course, stop motion. But that's all I got. Which one's A Christmas Story? Oh, that's Shoot Your Eye Out. Honestly, that's probably my answer to that, is just, There it is. Okay, that's all the items here. Oh my god! What is with this encounters? With these encounters? Okay. We're gonna make an attempt here. I've actually never really liked The Grinch. Although, you want to hear something wild. God damn it, why did you beeline for Ross? Why did you beeline for Ross? Just was like, hey, you're low in health. Bam. Dead. Okay. Yeah, Gygax is like, oh, hey, you're low on health, huh? Please kill it, Rax. Thank you. At least everyone else gets some freaking experience. That's not even a lot of experience, but Blade Taval got experience, and that's kind of the important part. Let's get back to town so we can res Ross. Jesus Christ. No. Run. Words. Okay, so... my biggest... okay, so A Christmas Story. First of all, I don't think it's a particularly good film. Let me just start with that. Second of all, I think the big payoff of the film is not particularly good. Third of all, I really dislike how it's played every goddamned year. Like clockwork. Back when I used to have television and watch television. Yeah, on loop. It's like, guys, chill, okay? I get it. It's, like, cheap to play. That's why they do that. But jeez Louise. But it's not actually that bad of a film. I would probably call it, like, a solid green, if you put a gun to my head. So Grinch, right. So, I went back and rewatched The Grinch about, I want to say, like, 15 years ago now. You know, just yesterday, basically. And when I did, I discovered something strange. The Grinch is really short. It's like, what, 20 minutes? It was just such a weird revelation for me when I went back and rewatched. I don't remember it being this short story kind of a thing. It's okay, guys. We're level 2, and we have the HP of level 2s. We're good. We got this. To my great dismay, I've actually seen the Jim Carrey version. And I think that gives away my opinion on that film pretty succinctly. I don't know if it's lamentation worthy. In fact, I would say, go so far as to say I don't think it's lamentation worthy. Now, Cat in the Hat? I have actually seen bits and pieces of that even before you, Mr. Red. As in, before you started linking me stuff. What's the best part of Die Hard? I think you're right, Ross. And I think they will continue to be. Although we've got a couple coming up, including the big one. Well, Kennex Cow almost died immediately. Perfect. Wait, no, he has no money. I mean, Alan Rickman was amazing. There's no arguing that point. I think, honestly, my favorite thing about the Die Hard film is something a little bit more esoteric, more zoomed out. It's the fact that he's so low tier. Like, that's the point, actually. That is literally the point of the film, thematically, is that he is just a cop who's a normal frickin' guy who is having to go through all this freaking crap. But he's doing it because he's a good cop. That's his job. It's supposed to be, anyways. So he just goes through some mess. Okay, so I think we're actually done-ish. We just saved. So... That's true. He also made friends with a good beat cop, who was also arguably probably one of the, if not the, best character in the film. Like, I'm sorry. He's legit. Yeah, Scrooged. Bill Murray. It is a remix of A Christmas Carol? No. Christmas Story? Oh god, they all sound the same. I can't remember their names. Actually, you want to hear another Christmas film that I unironically enjoy? And I didn't realize this until I went back to it. Anyone want to guess? I'm just going to run from that. I don't remember what year it came out in. 90s, I want to say. Somewhere in a decade range. No dying, Ross. No, it's not Jingle All the Way. It's not Muppets Christmas Carol, although that is the best Christmas Carol. Nicholson Batman. Ah. Well, we're back in hell. Like you do. Christmas Vacation? Nope. What's really funny is I actually can't think of the name of the damn film all of a sudden. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Random got it correctly. My bad. It was Jingle All the Way. For those who don't remember that was the Arnold Schwarzenegger humor vehicle. And I've mentioned this before, Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually a pretty good comedic actor. He has very good comedic timing. And yeah, he actually knows the... We talked about that, right? Batman Returns. He was the only person who understood the assignment. And he ran with it. Jesus! That thing just did a regular ass attack for 35 damage, which also paralyzed. He was decent in Predator, and I actually did like him in Terminator 1 and 2. God, where's the frickin' enemy? Where's the frickin' enemy? Oh, Jesus. Tell me it's in here. Oh, sorry, it was Batman and Robin, my bad. I was getting my bad Batman films mixed up. You heard me. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay. That makes sense. No, I'm thinking of Returns. God damn it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of Batman and Robin. Damn it, random. Worst Christmas film I've seen other than the Star Wars Holiday Special. Ooh. Oh, that's tough. I was once guardian of this place long ago, before the darkness came. Before the no parents phase of my life. 1 second, please. I apologize for the delay. Hang on, help me out here. What's some really bad Christmas films that aren't the Jim Carrey Grinch? Because honestly, that's probably the answer. We're just being honest about it. There's a TOS Halloween episode. Which might be what you're thinking of. Every Hallmark Christmas movie ever made. Oh my god! I've actually seen a couple of those. They're disturbing. And that's the word I'm going to use. They are disturbing. I have seen the Star Wars Holiday Special. Kennex Cow's dead. Perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just gonna start running. I'm just gonna start running. You're kidding, right, Mr. Ed? That's history. It's like asking me, why did I play Ultima 1? We're in the Astral Realm, so this is what the Astral Realm sounds like for us. We're trying to get you your next summon. Yeah, by the way, people like to meme on things that are bad. You gotta understand, every now and again, and it doesn't happen very often, every now and again, those things are actually bad. The Star Wars Holiday Special is actually bad. It is a unique form of what I would call awkwardly uncomfortable. You've ever heard of the concept of secondhand embarrassment? That's the Star Wars Holiday Special. God damn it, come on. Yeah, I'm going to admit, I've only gotten through the whole film, if you could call it that, once. Oh my god, this encounter rate. You're killing me here. Hey, Ross just leveled. So the Holiday Special is probably overall a worse film than Star Trek Nemesis. It is less offensive, but as we talked about today, actually, offensive is like bonus points on top of being awful. Threshold, and the Star Wars Holiday Special, managed to be that terrible by virtue of only one thing. Being that terrible. Okay, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh my god. Okay. 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 I'm gonna die. Alright. Let's... True, Flareon, on both counts. And, of course, Kieran cast regen on each of the wolves, of course. And itself. That is true, Ross. I'm not saying it wasn't. But have you seen the Star Wars Holiday Special? That being said, I haven't compared the two side by side, and God willing, I never will. I really wish Goblin was like an AoE. Really wish Kennex Cow was alive for this fight. That would be nice. Yeah, most people have that exact reaction, Mr. Red. That's not even a joke. Most people hit a certain point in the Holiday Special and they're like, we're good. Oh, Jesus. That's right. Kennex was killed by Hallmark. Frickin' Hallmark films. No, live, Blade Trouble, please, 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 please. Okay, Ross, I have a new job for you. You are now a healer. No, I have not, Random. No! No! Blade Trouble, why? Okay, for those of you who weren't paying attention, Blade Trouble had 9 health. I set up an action for Ross to heal him, and then the wolf targeted Blade Trouble and hit him for 9 damage. God dang it! Pretty sure that burned the potion, too. So, Hallmark films are... Okay, so they're low budget, they're low effort. They are that unique brand of offensive, where it's not like edgy offensive, it's just like someone who is hilariously backwards. You know what I mean? let me tell you, there's some patterns to Hallmark specials, and they are problematic. Ross, please don't die. Oh, thank God. Okay. Obtained the summon spell. Kirin. Oh. Now here's the problem. Now I gotta survive getting back to town. I do have one tent. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please run. Please. Our runner's dead. Our runner is dead. Oh my God. Please, 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 please run. Please run. Please run. No, actually, random. The encounters have been changed around a bit. Don't mistake me. The original FF1 isn't exactly a fun game, especially an early game. But it's not this. Almost there. Ah! Okay, that's okay. We're fine with that. We're fine with that. Just run. Just run. Okay, fine. Kill them then. Jesus, I don't care. Please? Please? Oh my God. We didn't kill us. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run. They're pecking you to death. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna die to 4 imps because I can't run and I can't hit them. I am literally 5 steps outside of town. And this... Okay, we're okay, we're okay. Jesus Christ, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Okay, we have successfully done all the stuff in the intro. Good God. I'm gonna go and chop it here for now. Holy schmoly. Tomorrow, we'll go more than 15 minutes into the game. See, this blew in. This is why FF2 is a horribly difficult game.